Welcome back, everyone, to Poppin' Often with Lofton. Today, we're gonna be just talking about the last final days. Not even days, day of GC. It's shutting down again. How are you gonna shut down 2 times? But it is coming back, and that's what I want to talk about. So I wanted to kind of just discuss a little bit of something. It'll be a short video, don't worry. But I wanted to basically just talk about some of the things that I think may take place. And I just wanted to talk about some of my experiences with the game in general. And remember, guys, if you guys want the latest news on Grand Chase, if you guys want guides, if you guys want gameplays, if you guys want to just know what's going on, keep it locked here and subscribe so you can be along for the ride. So off the top, obviously, I'm very happy that the game came back, even in its beta form. Just very happy to see it came back. I know some people might not be on that same, that same boat that I'm on. Like super grateful it came back no matter what happens, no matter the bugs or anything. And a lot of people are like, why is it so buggy? Why can't I get my characters, etc, etc. The thing to realize is they didn't have to bring the game back. Point blank period, right? They didn't owe us anything. They shut it down, that was their call. They bring it back, that's their call. So as a player that's receiving, the service, to just have something free to play like that, it's very awesome. I love to know that the childhood game that I played comes back and I can actually get a chance to play it again, and they're gonna maybe add to it. That's something that I'm really thankful for, and as I said, I just wish a lot of other players would get on that same bandwagon too, especially if you played back in the day. Be grateful it's coming back. No matter the bugs, no matter the issues, they're trying, and that's all they can do. All they can do is try. Nothing's gonna be perfect. No game company is perfect. Everybody has issues, but the companies that actually try to work to do something about them are the good companies. So I'm just gonna touch bases over the PvE aspect and the PvP aspect. I actually enjoyed both of them. The PvP I felt like was kind of laggy at the start, and then it started to clear itself up. Even through cross-server play, it still seemed a little bit better, and I do enjoy that. I also enjoy that normalized stat feel. As soon as you go into PvP, everything's normalized. It doesn't have to, I don't have to put a setting or anything, just normalized stats at the get-go. I love that they're nerfing the abilities. I love that they're buffing the abilities. I love that they're taking some abilities off that they think, might be a little bit absurd, or, I don't really know why they would take certain things off. Like Arme's basic attack, I don't really know why they took that out. I actually enjoyed that. I hope they put it back in, but there are some aspects to some characters where it's like, okay, we're taking this away, but maybe we're making this stronger. Maybe we're improving this in some aspect. I think having the game be balanced in PvP might be their go right now, and that's why they're removing some of this stuff that probably make it a little bit unbalanced. So I don't really have an issue with the fact that, that's what they're doing. There's no reason to complain about anything because we don't have the final product yet, right? They could put things back in. Maybe they just deleted them for the sake of the beta. Maybe they didn't just take it away for no reason. Like, maybe they're implementing something better, but right now they couldn't put it on the character. Like, we don't know yet. So it's very hard to say, oh, well, they took that away, I'm very mad at them, because we just don't know what to expect yet. Once we figure out what to expect, once we figure out the final product, that's the time where we, send our complaints. That's the time where we kind of rise up as a community and ask for better. As far as the PvE aspect, I mean, dungeons just feel great. It feels hard, but not too hard. It really makes you value your bonus. It really makes you value that GC club. It really makes you value those potions. It really makes you value your stats. Like, I love the direction it's going in, and I really hope they don't dial it back, because right now the mechanics are the same. They actually added indicators now telling you where the ability is going to come out before it comes out, which is really cool. So once again, I think they're doing a really good job just balancing both aspects of the game. Like, PvE doesn't feel better than PvP, and PvP doesn't feel better than PvE. I feel like they're kind of together at this point. Like, if you want to play PvE, we're not just a PvE game. We're not just a PvP game. You're playing that whole package, and that's what I enjoyed. Before, it just felt like, oh, I'm playing PvP, or oh, I'm playing PvE. That's what type of player I am. Now there's more balance to the PvP, so it just feels like, okay, well, I'm getting in there, and it doesn't feel like I'm just losing because this guy has cash, or because this guy just has insane abilities. Unfortunately, they can't nerf the tactics of PvP. Like the running away and spam, like they can't nerf that. But the fact that they're not rewarded so heavily because they do it is very, nice. The fact that I can't run away using ability and just one-shot you anymore versus I run away using ability and it probably takes about, like, if most, half your HP, that's fine, that's doable. Now back to the aspect of PvE, I really just enjoy the fact that they're making it so your gear is important. What you have on your character is important. Like, the way you play that dungeon, you can't just mindlessly turn your brain off in the dungeon. Maybe when the other characters come out, you can. But as right now, you have to actually play the game. You can't just, like, not pay attention to it, or you're probably going to die. that type of feel I think is really cool, because as I said before, having your gear mean more is more of a reason to play. Back then, when you got to level 80, 85, whatever your cap was, you would kind of just stop playing. Yeah, there's in-game, but there's not many players that did the in-game stuff. It was just a small percent. When people play games, there's always in-game, and a lot of the population just never strives for that in-game. Why? Because what's the point? What people will usually do is like, well, I'm leveling my Maru, right? And then I get it to 85. Okay, I'm done. I'm leveling this one now. I'm leveling this one now. I'm leveling this one now. And it's more of a chore, I guess you could say, of leveling. Like, okay, I just have to run through these dungeons again. I have to just run through these dungeons again. To just run through and that play doesn't feel the same anymore. Every character you're gonna play on these dungeons, because they're so difficult, because they hit so hard, you have to play differently. You can't just AFK ZZZZZ or whatever your button is bind to. You can't just do that. You have to actually pay attention. Playing Arme in dungeon is different from playing Liar in dungeon. Playing Ellis's dungeon is different from playing, and I like that feel. I like the feel that I have to basically, even if it's on a small scale, relearn the dungeon with this specific character. And even if it's class, with this specific class, right? So I do like the direction they're going in with the numbers, with both PvP and PvE. I don't think anything should really be changed at the moment. I don't really know how it's going to be, like I said, on the final product. But at the moment, it feels like they're going in the right direction. And if they just kind of keep going just a little bit more, they could probably hit that sweet spot about what they're trying to do with the PvP and PvE, for sure. At the end of the day, though, I'm grateful to be able to try the beta. I'm grateful to be able to play characters, even if they're not my characters that I personally like to play. I'm grateful to be able to play them. I'm grateful to be able to have my pets, be able to look at the forge, be able to look at the system early, because they didn't have to once again do that. They could have just had their team play that beta. They could have just not announced the beta and gave it to random people. Like, they could have done so much more differently, for better or worse. And the fact that they decided to be like, hey, we're having a beta, here everybody, sign up and try to play. Then, oh, we're gonna add more people to that beta too, because, you know, we want to get more people in there. Once again, they didn't have to do that either. So I'm just very, very happy I was able to partake in this. As I said before, I didn't want to keep this video that long. I just wanted to discuss pretty much my thoughts on it. I'm glad it's back. Like I said, I hope they keep improving on it. I hope they keep developing the game. I will forever be playing the game. There's not going to be a time where I stop. I just love the game so much. If they do bring it back, I'm going to keep playing it. And I know a lot of other players will be doing that too. And when the game comes back, I'm going to be having tournaments. I'm going to be having treasure hunts. If you guys want to join my guild, you guys can. I'm going to be doing a lot with Grand Chase, and I just can't wait for it to happen. So if you guys want to be along for that ride, if you want to make sure you have the latest news updated about Grand Chase, make sure you keep it locked here. Hit that subscribe button, because we will be back with more Grand Chase once it drops. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you for what? Popping often. We're often.